Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's podcast. I'm Naomi, and today we'll be talking about a beautiful and peaceful beach resort in Thailand. As I stepped off the plane, the warm tropical breeze wrapped around me like a gentle hug. The air was thick with the salty scent of the ocean mingled with the sweet aroma of tropical flowers. The humidity clung to my skin, a constant reminder that I had left the cool, busy streets of Tokyo far behind. After a short car ride, I arrived at a small, hidden harbor. A boat awaited, its wooden hull creaking softly as it swayed with the gentle rhythm of the sea. The water was a deep, mesmerizing blue, sparkling like countless diamonds under the midday sun. As the boat glided through the calm waters, the world seemed to slow down, as if time itself was taking a breath. We approached the secluded beach, where the white sand stretched endlessly before me. Stepping onto the sand felt like sinking into a cloud, soft and cool beneath my feet. The only sounds were the rhythmic crash of waves and the distant call of seabirds, creating a melody that soothed the soul. I felt an overwhelming sense of peace wash over me, as if the worries of the world had been left far behind. The resort itself was hidden, a sanctuary for those seeking refuge from the rush of modern life. It felt as though I had stepped into another world, one where time moved slower, and every breath felt like a gift. Now, I stand here, surrounded by the sound of the sea, ready to lose myself in the serenity of this hidden paradise. The journey to this secluded beach resort was like entering another dimension, where time and stress seemed to fade away. I remember the boat ride vividly, the gentle sway, the soft murmur of the water against the hull. As we glided closer to the shore, the beach came into view, hidden behind a curtain of palm trees swaying in the breeze. The anticipation built up as I watched the shoreline approach, the sand glowing in the morning light. When I stepped off the boat, the soft sand welcomed me like a warm blanket, cool and smooth under my feet. Around me, the palm trees swayed gently, their leaves whispering in the breeze, adding to the serene atmosphere. The ocean stretched endlessly before me, its waves rolling in gently, as if inviting me to relax and let go. There was a stillness in the air, broken only by the rhythmic crash of the waves and the occasional call of seabirds. It felt like time had slowed down, giving me a moment to breathe, to reflect, and to simply be. I took a deep breath, inhaling the salty air mixed with the faint scent of tropical flowers. This place is more than just a resort. It feels like a sanctuary where the outside world can't reach you. As I look around, I see women relaxing on the beach, some enjoying yoga while others are lying in the sun, simply letting the warmth wash over them. Their laughter and conversations blend with the sound of the sea, creating a harmony that feels natural and effortless. I find myself smiling, feeling connected to this moment, as if I've been here all along. Now let's explore more about this hidden paradise and the women who come here to unwind, rejuvenate, and reconnect with themselves. As I walk along the shore, the soft sand beneath my feet feels cool despite the growing warmth of the sun. The ocean breeze is gentle, carrying with it the scent of salt and distant flowers from the jungle nearby. I see a group of women practicing yoga on the beach, their mats lined up facing the ocean. Their movements are slow, graceful. As they flow from one pose to the next, their eyes closed, fully in the moment. I watch as one of the women stretches her arms toward the sky, as if reaching for the sun, her face serene and peaceful. There's a quiet strength in her movements, as if she's grounding herself in the earth while embracing the sky. In the distance, I can hear the rhythmic thud of a volleyball being passed back and forth between two teams. Laughter rings out as one of the women dives into the sand, trying to save the ball. There's a sense of playful energy in the air, the kind that makes you feel lighter, more carefree. I walk closer to the volleyball court, watching as the women laugh and cheer each other on. Their joy is contagious, and soon I find myself smiling without even realizing it. There's something special about being in a place like this, where time slows down and the pressures of daily life seem so far away. As I sit down on the sand, I close my eyes for a moment and let the sounds of the sea, the laughter, and the breeze wash over me. It feels like I'm not just observing this place, but truly becoming a part of it. This is more than a vacation spot. It's a place to reconnect with yourself, to find peace in the simplest moments. Now let's dive deeper into the history and culture of this beautiful beach resort and hear the stories of the women who come here. As I observe the women practicing yoga, I notice each of them has her own unique energy. One woman with long, flowing black hair moves with a serene grace, her every motion deliberate and mindful. Her eyes are closed, but there's a quiet confidence about her, as if she's fully connected to the earth beneath her feet. I imagine she's been coming here for years, finding solace in the routine of yoga by the sea. Nearby, another woman, younger with short, cropped hair, is newer to yoga. Her movements are a bit more uncertain, a slight tremble in her arms as she holds a difficult pose. But there's a smile on her face, a playful determination that tells me she's enjoying the challenge. I wonder if this trip was her way of breaking free from the pressures of city life. Her laugh is infectious as she catches the eye of the woman next to her, who smiles back in silent encouragement. In the distance, I see two friends playing volleyball, their laughter echoing across the beach. One of them, tall and athletic, is clearly skilled, her movements quick and precise as she spikes the ball. Her friend, a bit shorter and less experienced, cheers her on, laughing whenever she misses a shot. There's an easy camaraderie between them, the kind that comes from years of friendship. I can't help but smile as I watch them, their joy so genuine and carefree. One of the women, her name is May, I overheard earlier, pauses to wipe the sweat from her brow. She's wearing a simple white tank top and loose shorts, her skin glowing from the sun. There's a quiet beauty to her, not just in her appearance but in the way she moves, with confidence and ease. I imagine she's a regular here, someone who finds peace in the rhythm of the waves and the warmth of the sun. It's moments like these that make me realize how connected we all are to the sea, to the earth, and to each other. As I continue watching the women on the beach, I can't help but think about the history and culture that have shaped this place. Thailand is a country with deep ties to the ocean, not just for its beauty, but for the sustenance and life it has provided for centuries. Many of these women, whether they come from the city or the countryside, carry with them a sense of reverence for the sea. One woman, sitting quietly under the shade of a palm tree, is wearing a simple traditional Thai wraparound skirt. Her posture is relaxed but composed, as if she's grounded in something deeper than just the sand beneath her. I imagine she's come here to honor a tradition, one where the ocean is seen as both a provider and a force of nature to be respected. Nearby, two women are walking slowly along the shoreline, their conversation blending with the rhythmic sound of the waves. Their expressions are relaxed, but as I listen closer, I catch glimpses of their conversation about life back in Bangkok. Bangkok, a city of contrasts, where tradition and modernity often collide, can be overwhelming at times. For them, this beach might be a temporary escape from the busy streets and fast-paced life of the capital. I can sense a deeper connection in the way they speak. Perhaps they come from families with generations of connection to the sea. The sea has always been central to Thai culture, whether through fishing, trade, or religious ceremonies. I think of the ancient traditions of Songkran, the water festival, where the cleansing power of water is celebrated. Perhaps these women, with their laughter and easy grace, are here not just to relax, but to reconnect with the elemental forces of nature. One of the women, her hair tied back in a simple ponytail, bends down to pick up a seashell from the shore. She examines it closely, as if studying its shape and texture, her expression soft with curiosity. In that moment, I am reminded of how, for centuries, the people of Thailand have drawn inspiration from the sea. Whether through art, storytelling, or even the food that defines Thai cuisine, the ocean has always been a muse. Now, as I watch these women, each in her own way connected to the sea and to this moment, I feel a sense of gratitude. This beach is not just a place to relax. It's a reminder of how deeply tied we are to the natural world. Let's take a deeper look into how the women here, and the traditions of this land, have shaped their lives. As I sit quietly on the sand, I can't help but think about the lives these women lead beyond the beach. Each one of them carries a story, stories shaped by the traditions of their families, their work, and the unique challenges they face as women in Thailand. One woman, who I noticed earlier practicing yoga with calm precision, is now sitting quietly by the water, her feet gently dipping into the waves. Her name is Aom, and she's a university student from Bangkok. She comes to this beach to escape the pressures of her studies and the fast-paced life of the city. Her family has lived in Bangkok for generations, but she tells me that her ancestors were fishermen, deeply connected to the sea. For Aom, this beach is a way to reconnect with that part of her heritage, to feel the same ocean that her ancestors once sailed. She tells me about her studies in environmental science and how she hopes to one day protect Thailand's coastlines from the effects of climate change. Listening to her, I realize that this beach is more than just a place of rest for many of the women here. It's a space where they reflect on their futures. A few feet away, another woman, PLA, is sitting with her two children, watching them play in the surf. PLA grew up in a small fishing village, much like the one her great-grandparents lived in. She moved to the city for work, but returns to the beach whenever she can to show her children the life she knew growing up. There's a tenderness in her voice as she talks about the importance of passing down the values of hard work, respect for nature, and the beauty of simple living. Watching her, I'm reminded of how deeply these women are tied to their traditions, even as they navigate the modern world. Their lives, much like the waves that lap at the shore, are shaped by the ebb and flow of time, always moving forward, but never forgetting where they come from. As I sit here, taking in the beauty of this beach and the stories of these women, I feel a profound sense of connection, not just to the sea, but to the culture, the history, and the shared experiences that bind us all together. This beach, for many, is not just a retreat, but a place where the past and the present coexist in harmony. It is a reminder that no matter where we go or how far we travel, the sea will always be there, waiting for us, guiding us, and connecting us. As I continue watching the women on the beach, their beauty is undeniable. Each one of them exudes a natural grace, their bodies well-toned from a life of activity and care. AOM, the university student practicing yoga earlier, has a slender yet strong physique. Her arms, though delicate, show definition from years of stretching and mindful exercise. Her skin glows in the soft morning light, the result of both careful skincare and the warm Thai sun. Nearby, PLA, the mother of two, moves with the ease and strength of someone who knows her body well. Despite the demands of motherhood, her figure remains athletic, a testament to the importance she places on taking care of herself. Her legs are strong and toned, the kind that come from running along the beach with her children or swimming in the ocean. There's a subtle elegance to her, not just in her appearance, but in the way she carries herself with quiet confidence. The young woman playing volleyball, May, catches my eye next. Her athleticism is immediately apparent. Her muscles are well-defined, especially in her arms and shoulders, from years of playing sports. She moves with power and precision, her body well-balanced, as if every step and movement is a dance. Her skin, kissed by the sun, glistens with a healthy glow, and her hair, tied back in a ponytail, sways as she leaps to spike the ball. I can tell that she has spent years not only perfecting her skills, but also maintaining her body, treating it as both a tool and a temple. There is something captivating about how all these women move and hold themselves, a quiet strength that comes from both discipline and self-love. Their beauty is not just in their appearance, but in how they treat their bodies with respect and care. It's clear that they view fitness and self-care not as obligations, but as acts of love for themselves. Watching them, I'm reminded that true beauty comes not just from how we look, but from how we feel in our own skin. As the sun rises higher in the sky, I feel a sense of awe, not just for the beauty of this place, but for the strength and grace of the women around me. These women are not just enjoying a day at the beach. They are celebrating their bodies, their strength, and their connection to the world around them. As the women move under the bright sun, there's a striking beauty in the contrast of their tanned skin and the lighter skin beneath their swimsuits. The exposed skin, bronzed by days spent under the Thai sun, glows with a rich warmth, like golden sand catching the light. Yet, just beneath the edges of their swimsuits, the skin remains soft and pale, untouched by the sun's rays. This contrast between the sun-kissed bronze and the soft, pale skin creates a beautiful interplay of light and shadow. It's as if their bodies tell a story of both strength and tenderness, of time spent in the sun and parts still protected. The smooth, lighter skin beneath the fabric stands out even more as they move, revealing the natural curves of their bodies. It's a reminder of how the sun leaves its mark on us, how it colors our skin while some parts remain untouched, shielded. The beauty of this contrast is not just in the colors, but in what it represents, the balance of adventure and rest, of exposure and protection. As they stand on the beach, this contrast is a reflection of the natural balance between strength and softness, revealing and protecting. At the beachside cafe, the atmosphere is relaxed, yet there's an undeniable sensual energy in the air. Several women are seated at low wooden tables, their sun-kissed skin glowing softly in the fading light of the afternoon. One woman leans back in her chair, her long legs stretched out in front of her, bare except for the delicate straps of her sandals. Her swimsuit peeks out from under a loosely tied sarong, revealing glimpses of her toned midriff as she sips on a cold drink. Her movements are slow and deliberate, as if she's savoring not just her drink, but the warm breeze that caresses her skin. Nearby, another woman is seated on the edge of her chair, her back arched slightly as she leans forward, laughing with her friends. Her swimsuit top hugs her curves, and the way she casually runs her fingers through her sun-lightened hair only adds to her effortless allure. She glances over her shoulder, her smile soft and teasing, as if she knows the effect she's having on those around her. At the bar, a group of women gathers around, their bodies close as they share a laugh and a few drinks. One of them, wearing a black bikini that contrasts beautifully against her tanned skin, leans against the bar, her hips slightly swayed as she speaks. The way she moves, the curve of her waist accentuated by her posture, radiates a confidence that draws eyes to her without effort. Her lips part slightly as she laughs, the sound carrying on the breeze, mixing with the soft music playing in the background. As the sun begins to set, the warm glow of the evening light highlights the smooth lines of their bodies, the tanned skin gleaming softly under the fading rays. These women, relaxed and confident, embody a sensuality that feels effortless and natural, as if the beach itself has infused them with its warmth and beauty. As the sun sets lower, the beachside cafe and bar begin to take on a different energy. The light softens, and the shadows grow longer, casting a golden hue over everything. The women around me seem even more at ease, as if the fading sunlight has released the last remnants of the day's heat. I notice a group of friends standing by the water, their feet just touching the edge of the waves. Their laughter is soft, blending with the gentle sound of the ocean, and the way they lean into each other reflects a deep bond. One of them, wearing a sheer white cover-up over her swimsuit, steps into the water, her toes sinking into the soft sand. The fabric clings to her body, highlighting her toned figure beneath as the last rays of sunlight dance on the water. She moves with an easy grace, her movements fluid like the waves around her. As she steps deeper into the water, her friends follow, the ocean reflecting the vibrant colors of the setting sun. It's in these quiet moments, between laughter and movement, that the connection between these women becomes most apparent. Their friendships, like the ocean, ebb and flow with a natural rhythm shaped by time spent together, shared experiences, and the warmth of these carefree days. As the evening unfolds, I can't help but reflect on how the women here, whether they're enjoying a moment of relaxation at the cafe or standing by the water, seem so connected to the world around them. It's not just the beach that connects them. It's the shared sense of being present, of living fully in this moment, free from the worries of the outside world. As the stars begin to dot the sky and the ocean turns a deeper shade of blue, I realize that this day, like so many before it, is slowly giving way to the peaceful rhythm of the night. And with the night comes a new sense of calm. As the women settle into the evening, their conversations growing quieter, more intimate. Let's move deeper into the night now, where the moonlight will soon cast its own magic over the beach, and the world will seem even more serene. As I sit at the beachside bar, sipping my drink, I can't help but notice the couple standing just a few feet away. The woman, her tan skin glowing under the soft light, leans in towards the man, her body language relaxed yet deliberate. I can't hear what they're saying, but I imagine the conversation is light, playful, filled with subtle, teasing comments. Maybe she's complimenting his choice of drink, her voice soft and teasing, her eyes holding his gaze just a little longer than necessary. Perhaps he responds with a laugh, leaning in closer, trying to match her energy. I can almost hear him saying something like, "I didn't think you'd be the type to enjoy something so strong," his tone light but curious. She laughs softly, running her fingers through her hair, probably saying something witty in return. "I can handle more than you think," I imagine her saying, her voice low and smooth, her fingers lightly grazing his arm as she speaks. There's a charge in the air between them, one that's almost palpable. I can't help but wonder where this night will take them. Will they part ways after sharing a few laughs, or will they walk along the beach together, the moonlight casting a silver glow over the waves? I can almost see them strolling along the shore, her hand brushing his lightly, a silent invitation for him to come closer. Maybe they'll stop for a moment, standing in the sand, the waves lapping at their feet, as they share a quiet, intimate conversation. Will she look up at him with those same playful eyes, her lips slightly parted as if waiting for something more? And what will he do? Will he lean in, closing the space between them, letting the moment speak for itself? I can't help but let my imagination run wild, picturing them tangled in moonlight and whispers, their connection growing deeper as the night goes on. Maybe by morning, they'll part with nothing more than a shared memory. Or maybe this night will be the start of something more. Either way, the air between them tonight is thick with possibilities, and I can't help but wonder what path they'll choose. As the night deepens, I pull myself away from my thoughts about the couple, their quiet flirtation fading into the background as I focus on the beach again. The air has cooled slightly, and the breeze coming off the water feels refreshing against my skin. I notice the soft glow of lanterns now lining the beach, casting a warm golden light over the sand. Groups of people are still scattered around, some at the bar, others lounging on chairs, and a few walking along the shoreline. There's a calmness to this moment, as if the night itself is settling into a gentle rhythm. I see a woman, alone, standing near the water. She's gazing out at the horizon, her silhouette bathed in the soft glow of the lanterns behind her. Her figure is striking, not just because of her beauty, but because of the quiet strength in her posture. I wonder what's on her mind. Maybe she's thinking about the day that's passed, or perhaps she's lost in thoughts of someone far away. There's something in her stillness that makes me think she's waiting for what I don't know. As I watch her, I can't help but feel that this moment is just the beginning of something else. The night is young, and with the moon now hanging high in the sky, it feels like anything is possible. Maybe, in a few moments, someone will join her by the water. Maybe this quiet solitude will turn into a shared experience, and the night will unfold in ways she never expected. Or perhaps, like me, she'll simply enjoy the stillness, the beauty of the night, and let the ocean's rhythm lull her into a peaceful state. Either way, I feel a sense of connection to her, even from afar. This beach, this moment, it seems to have a way of drawing people together, even in their quietest thoughts. As I take one last look at her before turning away, I can't help but wonder what stories will unfold on this beach tonight. The cool night air brushes against my skin as I step towards the water, the soft sand sinking beneath my feet. I pause for a moment, standing just at the edge of the ocean, the gentle waves lapping at my ankles. The moonlight reflects on the surface of the water, casting a soft glow that makes everything around me seem almost dreamlike. I glance down at my body, my small chest barely visible under the subtle curve of my swimsuit. For a long time, I used to feel insecure about my chest, comparing myself to women with fuller, more voluptuous figures. But now, in this quiet moment, I see my body for what it is, strong, capable, and uniquely mine. My chest, though small, feels like a part of me I've come to accept, even appreciate. It doesn't define me, but it reminds me that beauty isn't one size fits all. My eyes travel down to my waist, where I can see the results of years of yoga and running. The muscles are toned and firm, a reminder of the discipline and care I've put into maintaining my health. I run my fingers lightly over my stomach, feeling the smooth skin and the strength underneath. There's a quiet pride in knowing that my body, though not perfect, is strong and resilient. I've shaped it through years of self-discipline, through moments of doubt, and through a deep understanding that strength comes in many forms. I close my eyes for a moment, letting the feeling of gratitude wash over me, the gratitude for this body, for everything it allows me to do. The world may judge bodies based on appearance, but in this moment, I feel deeply connected to mine. It's not just a vessel, it's a reflection of the journey I've been on and the strength I've built along the way. As I stand in the quiet embrace of the night, my thoughts drift back to a time I haven't thought about in a while, my last relationship. It wasn't a bad relationship, not exactly. There were moments of joy, laughter, and intimacy. But as I look out at the vast ocean, I realize how much I've grown since then. Back then, I often found myself bending, adjusting, trying to fit into the mold of what I thought he wanted. It wasn't until after we parted ways that I began to see just how much I was compromising my own happiness. I remember the nights we would argue, small things, mostly, but they always left me feeling drained. I would stare out at the city lights from my window, wondering if love was supposed to feel like this complicated, heavy, and full of doubt. Now, standing here under the stars, with the gentle waves at my feet, I feel an immense sense of relief that I let that relationship go. I remember the day we broke up, the sadness in his eyes, but also the quiet certainty in my heart. It wasn't a dramatic goodbye, no slammed doors or harsh words. Just a mutual understanding that we were heading in different directions. And now, as I stand here, I realize that ending that relationship was the first step toward finding my own strength. It wasn't about him or what he wanted, it was about me, and what I needed to feel whole again. I smile to myself, feeling a weight lift off my shoulders, as if the ocean itself is washing away the last remnants of that chapter. Breaking up wasn't a failure, it was freedom. And in that freedom, I found the space to become the person I am now. The night air is cool and refreshing as I stroll along the beach, the sound of gentle waves providing a soothing backdrop. Under the soft glow of lanterns lining the beach, I spot a young woman standing alone, her silhouette illuminated against the dark sky. She's breathtakingly beautiful, her loose t-shirt and shorts barely concealing her athletic, toned figure. Her long hair cascades down her back, catching the faint light, and her eyes, deep and clear, reflect the soft glow of the lanterns. I approach her, feeling a sense of curiosity and intrigue. "Hi," I say with a smile. "It's a beautiful night, isn't it?" She turns to me, her lips curling into a soft smile as her eyes meet mine. "Yes, it really is. The beach is so peaceful at night," she replies, her voice as smooth as the gentle waves. There's a natural grace to the way she speaks and moves, her posture relaxed yet confident. "I'm Naomi. Are you here alone?" I ask, curious about this serene figure standing by the water. She nods, brushing a strand of hair behind her ear. "I come here often. It's my favorite place to unwind after a long day." Her name is Ploy, and as we talk, I'm struck by how easily our conversation flows. She's warm and engaging, and there's something about the way she carries herself, confident yet effortlessly relaxed, that draws me in. "I was just thinking about getting something to eat," I say, glancing towards a nearby restaurant with an inviting glow. Ploy smiles and nods. "I know a great place nearby. Care to join me?" Before I know it, we're walking towards the restaurant, our steps in sync as if we've known each other for longer than just a few minutes. The restaurant is small, cozy, with warm lighting and the rich aroma of Thai spices wafting through the air. We take a seat by the window, and as we settle in, I notice how her eyes seem to catch every flicker of light in the room. "Do you come here often?" I ask, glancing at the menu but already captivated by her presence. "Whenever I need to escape the busy life in the city," she says, her voice soft and melodic. We order a selection of dishes, the scents of lemongrass, coconut, and chili filling the air. As we eat, our conversation flows effortlessly, touching on everything from travel to food to life in Thailand. Ploy's laughter is light, her smile easy, and I find myself drawn to the way her face lights up when she talks about the things she loves. Her beauty isn't just in her appearance, it's in the way she listens, the way she engages, and the quiet confidence she carries. The night stretches on, but time seems to pass unnoticed as we share stories, laughter, and a connection that feels effortless. As we continue our dinner, the restaurant grows quieter, with only a few guests lingering at their tables. The soft hum of conversation and the clink of silverware blend with the distant sound of waves crashing against the shore. I take a moment to study Ploy's face, her delicate features bathed in the warm glow of the restaurant's lanterns. Her skin is smooth and radiant, and even though she's dressed casually in a loose t-shirt and shorts, her beauty is undeniable. I can't help but notice how effortlessly she carries herself, confident yet approachable. Do you ever get tired of living in the city? I ask, curious about her life beyond this peaceful beach. She smiles softly, her eyes glimmering with thought. Sometimes, yes, she says, pausing to take a sip of her drink. But I like the energy of the city too. It's exciting, though I do need moments like this, quiet, away from the noise. I nod, understanding the balance she's talking about. I know what you mean, I say, glancing out the window at the dark beach beyond. There's something about the ocean at night that feels grounding. Ploy's eyes meet mine, and for a moment, there's a quiet understanding between us. It's like the waves wash away everything from the day, she says, her voice soft and reflective. I smile, feeling a sense of connection not just to her, but to the moment we're sharing. As we finish our meal, the waiter brings over dessert. A beautifully plated dish of mango with sticky rice. Ploy's face lights up at the sight of it, her enthusiasm infectious. You have to try this, she says, breaking off a piece of the sticky rice and handing it to me. I take a bite, savoring the sweet and creamy flavors that blend perfectly with the ripe mango. This is amazing, I say, surprised by how delicious it is. Ploy smiles proudly. It's a classic Thai dessert. My mother used to make it for me when I was little, she says, her voice filled with nostalgia. We share the dessert, and as we do, I feel a sense of warmth, not just from the food, but from the easy companionship that has formed between us. The night stretches on, and before long the restaurant begins to close. As we step outside, the cool night breeze greets us once again. Thank you for joining me tonight, I say, feeling a genuine connection to this woman I've only just met. Ploy smiles warmly. The pleasure was mine. Maybe we'll meet again here, on the beach, she says softly, her eyes glinting under the moonlight. As we part ways, I glance back at the ocean, feeling the night's calm settle into my bones. Tonight was unexpected, but it was a reminder that sometimes the most meaningful connections come from the simplest moments. The hotel room is quiet, the soft hum of the air conditioning, the only sound as I step inside. I kick off my sandals and make my way to the bathroom, the day's events replaying in my mind. As I step into the shower, the warm water cascades over my skin, washing away the salt and sand from the beach. I close my eyes, letting the water soothe my muscles, but my thoughts keep drifting back to Ploy. Her smile, her laugh, the way her eyes lit up when she talked about her favorite things. There was something about her, something captivating. I try to pinpoint the feeling, but it's elusive. Was it her beauty? Her confidence? Or was it the ease with which we connected? I can't tell if it was the conversation, the setting, or just the calm way she carried herself, but something about Ploy lingered. As the water flows over me, I find myself wondering why she affected me so much. It wasn't just attraction, it was something deeper, more subtle. I think about how easily we talked, how natural it felt to be in her presence. It's rare to find someone you connect with so easily, especially someone you've just met. There's a part of me that feels drawn to her, curious about her life, her thoughts, her world. But there's also a part of me that feels a strange sense of caution, as if I shouldn't get too close. I laugh softly to myself, rinsing the shampoo from my hair. Maybe it's just the intensity of the night, the quiet of the beach, or the comfort of a new connection. But even as I try to dismiss the feelings, I can't deny that something about Ploy stirred something in me. As the water begins to cool, I turn off the shower and step out, wrapping a towel around myself. I catch my reflection in the bathroom mirror, droplets of water still clinging to my skin. I think about Ploy again, her confidence, her beauty, her laughter, and how I felt in her presence. It's strange how someone you've just met can make you reflect so much on yourself. As I dry off and get ready for bed, I wonder if I'll see her again tomorrow. Maybe, maybe not. But either way, tonight has left me with more than just memories of the beach. It's left me with a quiet sense of curiosity and reflection. As I lie in bed, the soft sheets cool against my skin, my mind drifts back over the events of the day. From the peaceful beach to meeting Ploy, it feels like the day was filled with moments I hadn't expected. I close my eyes, and the sounds of the waves still echo softly in my ears, a distant but comforting lullaby. The cool breeze from the ocean, the warmth of Ploy's smile, and the serenity of the quiet night linger in my mind. I think about how unexpected the evening was, how a simple walk on the beach turned into a connection with someone new. Life has a way of surprising us when we least expect it, and tonight was one of those moments. I smile to myself, feeling a deep sense of contentment. Tomorrow will bring whatever it brings, but for tonight, I'm grateful for the stillness, the beauty, and the unexpected connections. With that thought, I let the day's memories fade as sleep begins to take over. The rhythm of the waves outside lulls me into a peaceful slumber, and soon I'm lost in dreams of the ocean, the beach, and the quiet connection with Ploy. This day may be over, but the feelings it brought will linger long after the night ends.